I am the president of the Nigeria Wrestling Federation and also the Commissioner for Youth and Sports, Bayelsa. We've been away in Belgrade for the past 2 weeks in Serbia, the World Championships, where we went with 6 female athletes. Blessing Oburugudu, Odunayo Adekure, Mercy Genesis, and 3 others. And the goal was to qualify as many of them as possible for the 2024 Paris Olympics. Our expectation was to qualify about 3 or 4. The top 5 athletes in the world were meant to qualify. But we qualified Odunayo Adekure, who won a bronze medal at the World Championships. And all other athletes at least won a match and lost matches. So we couldn't get the others to qualify. But we do know that we have the talent, we have the system in the Wrestling Federation to qualify all 6 of them for the Olympics, and even the male athletes next year in Alexandria, Egypt, where we have the Oceania and Africa Olympic qualifiers in March, about the middle of March. Today I realize that you're all here for the Youth Games. And of course you know that Bayelsa has come to stay as a state that you must reckon with when it comes to sports. Our preoccupation here, in all honesty, is not to come first, second, third. It's not as much about the medals, but it's about the competition. These are very young athletes, and what we want to do is to introduce them to proper competing habits. Once that pressure is on young athletes to win medals, to come first, to come second, you start seeing doping, you start seeing age falsification. And if we must get it right in Nigeria, we must do away with a lot of those pressures, especially for athletes that are between the ages of 10 and 15, who we expect to take over in the particular space of my sport, the likes of Odunayo Adekure, Blessing Oburugudu, and others who, in our estimation, might retire in the next couple of years. So if that is what we are doing, we cannot start putting on all that, piling up that pressure on these young athletes that they must win. Once you do that, the coaches must find a way to win. And the Bayelsa example is that we prepare them, of course we prepare them well enough, and we expect them to do well, but it's not about the medals, it's about the participation. I want to use this opportunity also to thank you, because you are all here in your numbers. And it's often stated that if a tree falls in the forest and there was nobody there to hear the sound, it never fell at all. You're here, you are the ones to beam the searchlight on the news that happens around here. Please make it positive so that the rest of the country understands the importance of sports. I think what we haven't done quite enough is portraying the aspects of sports that is not as palatable as it is or should be to the rest of the country. Sports is a mega event in the world now, and it's only you that can make people understand how important it is. If a state is not here for this sports festival, then they are not ready. Every state should be prepared to come here, and it's not about, like I said, the winning, but that these athletes participate. Let me just mention one thing. All my adult life I competed in Canada, so I'm quite attuned to what happens in the United States, especially in Canada. To have an adolescent kid committed to a facility, you have to spend about $55,000 to keep a kid that does not follow the right path. 55,000 Canadian dollars today is 55 million naira. So if you don't put a kid on the right path, if you don't get your kids into sports, into meaningful activities and they now choose paths that are not productive, that will lead them to the asylum, that will lead them to killing people, that will lead them to robberies, and that will get them into the criminal system, you will spend $55,000 every year to keep them behind bars. Every state would be well advised to spend, even if it is $1 million per athlete, to bring them here. Because sports not only gives direction to kids, it gives you essentially everything you need in life. It gives you the proper orientation. It gives you the hard work. It gives you the tenacity to pursue and follow up on everything you do. Of course, if you don't have discipline in life, then you have nothing. And this is what sports does. And those are the stories that you need to tell. It should go beyond the winning and the losing plays. You should know about athletes and how they got here, where they came from, what kind of life they've led when they got into their sports. Because those are the human stories that will capture. That is what people must understand. That is what our state governors must understand. So tomorrow, when we're talking about the National Sports Festival or the Youth Games next year or the year after, everybody will understand that this is beyond coming first or second, but that is about building a complete human being. And so I want to thank you. I want to thank you all for even giving me this opportunity to be in front of you to have this discussion. But I must tell you, Bayelsa is here, and we're here because we have a governor who understands the importance of sports. Of course, he was the Commissioner for Youth and Sports 2006-2007, His Excellency Senator Doige. And I must tell you, I am probably the luckiest commissioner that has traversed the space in Nigeria now for being his Commissioner for Youth and Sports. When people ask me how is the job, I tell them it's not a job, it's a hobby. I love what I do. If you go to your governor with a budget of 10 million and he says, do you think this is enough? You know that that is the kind of person you want to work with. So I want to thank you for the opportunity to be in front of you this afternoon. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Honorable Commissioner.